Hello everyone, welcome to my class of Advanced English for Business. We will go through the part 2 of the chapter 7, the mindset. So for this chapter, we will have the objective will be how learn about the business skill, action learning, and then the self-assessment. So we will divide this into two parts. Like firstly will be action learning, and then the self-assessment. So for the action learning, what is the action learning? So action learning is the process of finding creative solution to the workplace challenge while reflecting on the result. So often used when tackling difficult problem in the teamwork, like setting action learning how to involve coaches, so who help facilitate the learning process while encouraging team members to reflect on each solution. Action learning goals include enhancing problem-solving skill and providing insight into the decision-making process. So why use action learning? So action learning encourages teamwork, critical thinking, so leadership and the problem solving. So team members use their skill and creativity to meet a goal. So by reflecting on the process, team member can identify the most effective idea generated throughout the process. So the process of the reflection also help leaders develop also skill like communication, while encouraging team members to find new ideas and a method to solve the current problems. So the action learning process offers many benefits, including creative solutions to current organizational problems and the development of the important leadership skill. So how to use the action learning? So identify the problem. So the first step in the action learning, identify the challenge. In the first step, the team member are asked the question to fully understand the problem and determine why is this. So create the team. So always, like action learning teams typically consist of 4 to 8 people. Consider choosing the team members from different departments of varying levels of the experience. So ask questions, identify the solution. Give each team member that opportunity to ask the question and generate the potential solution. So after each possible solution, give team members time to reflect on the idea to determine the strongest option. And then take the action. So one team determine the most effective solution, take the necessary step to implement the change by following the proposed action step, and then reflect. The reflection should occur with each step of the action learning. So use this time to ask the question and list pros and cons and discuss the result. So once team have solved a problem, allow time to member to reflect on the overall process to improve the action team result in the future. So what is the self-assessment? So it's really important for your career in your workplace. So self-assessment, we have the two kinds of self-assessment. For employees, it will be like the consider like opportunity to self-reflect and consider what the strengths and weaknesses. So they are important to not only the professional growth, but personally as well. So by rethinking their own work and behavior, employees can gain insight that help them improve. And then for the measure, so employees self-assessment measure how their employees see themselves in the context or the team and the organization at large. So the highlight and disagreement, misunderstanding between the manager and the employees. So self-assessment also offers an opportunity to gathering employee feedback about what motivates employee. So beyond the money or the mission of the company, so to do their best work. So how to practice for writing a self-assessment. So we have here, be proud. One major goal of the self-evaluation is to highlight your accomplishment and recollect the milestone in your professional development. So a good self-assessment should point to specific tasks and projects that highlight your best work. When describing those accomplishments, employees should emphasize the impact those achievements had on the whole business to emphasize their value to the company, and then be honest and critical. So self-assessment aren't just about highlighting triumphs. You should also critically assess the time you came up short. So being honest means pointing out the weaknesses that could be improved upon a past failure and that taught you valuable lessons. So recognizing your own flaws, like important to demonstrate to your ability to learn and grow. Continuously strive for the growth. So then it's important during the self-assessment to never stagnate, human or constantly learning and changing. So whether you have a great year or fallen short of your own expectation, it's important to remain committed to improving and educating yourself. So during a self-assessment, taking a moment to list your goal and objective for the coming year demonstrate that you are not content to settle. And always track your accomplishment. So providing hard data to show what you've done throughout. For the year, highly beneficial. The employee and the manager may roughly understand how you have performed, but having concrete numbers to back up any assertion, standard, and validity of your self-assessment. And always be professional. So you should always professional when writing a self-assessment. So it's not bashing the boss for poor leadership or criticizing coworker for making your life more difficult. It also means not giving of a coworker or measure you like. So whether you are providing critical or positive feedback, professionalism is important. I have some tip right here for you. So take a moment to list your goals and the objective for the coming year during a self-assessment to demonstrate that you are not content to yourself. So thank you for attention today. Today we did learn about the action learning, self-assessment. So this is the last chapter for the class Advanced English for Business. So I wish you all have the best future, and don't forget to apply all the knowledge that you had here for your career.